Hey, welcome to the podcast. Have you ever felt like you're doing all the things, showing up, working harder, even trying to manifest more, and the money still isn't flowing like it should? You're not alone. I get this all the time from my clients. They're like, why do I keep trying? I'm trying to be perfect. I'm trying to over deliver. I'm trying to do all the things. And it's not that you're broken. It's not that you're blocked. You're probably just trying to manifest against your human design. And in today's episode, we're diving into one of the most overlooked keys to unlocking your abundance. And this is in your human design chart. It tells you exactly what your manifestation style is. And so make sure you grab your human design chart. We're going to dive into that and pull it from my site because there's so much more information that I give than any other site. We're going to dive into our peace pause. This peace pause is not just because we want to jump into learning and figuring things out, is we want your peace to be your strategy. Your peace is what helps you get to the next level. Your peace is everything. So I know you're multitasking, but I just want you to take 2 minutes to feel into this. Now, take a slow breath in through your nose, exhale gently, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to exhale all the pressure that you've been feeling, all the release that's coming through. Let that pressure just float away. I want you to rub your fingers together gently so you're feeling the ridges of your fingers. I want you to look at something that's around you. And notice the very details of that thing. What are the colors? What's the shape? What's the texture? Now let's ground into this truth. Cash flow doesn't come from panic. It comes from peace. Picture yourself surrounded by light, steady, calm, and flowing. It's not rushing. It's not hustling. It's moving with you, not against you. Now let's say this together. I create momentum by trusting myself. I create success by trusting myself. I create more success when I have more peace. I want you to take another deep breath and soften into the places of your body that feel tight, that feel resistance, that feel stressed, that feel overwhelmed. Are you holding that in your jaw, in your shoulders, in your neck? Now imagine money flowing to you like a current. It knows how to find you because you're open, you're calm, you're ready. You're allowing that current to come toward you. I want you to think of the one thing that you have felt resistance towards. And I want you to allow that thing to float away from just like the stream flows towards its end. You are floating that same way too. And you're taking out the things that are blocking you along the journey and allowing that peace to guide you. Take one more deep breath. And now we're ready to jump into the episode. Okay, I'll see you inside. Okay, I love this part of human design where you can really see your manifestation style. So in my mastermind, we do weekly check-ins where we see everybody's where their head's at. It is so important to have a community of women who are focused in on going towards big goals, who raise your vibration, who really allow those Me Too moments, because we're all going through the same thing too. So in our weekly check-in, I asked them, I was like, what limiting belief is crowding out your vision like a weed in fertile soil? I want you to take a second to see what your answer would be. What limiting belief is crowding out your vision like a weed in fertile soil? Okay, what is it? Let me read some of the answers from my community, from the mastermind. And they said that I cannot maintain something that I start. When I am still and resting, that equals lazy and not safe. That I have to prove my worth to be fully loved, supported, and successful. Just because I am not getting praised about something does not mean I'm not doing amazing things. I have to work harder to succeed because starting over means I'm behind. I can name off every freaking amazing thing that each woman has done to counterbalance their limiting belief that they need to scoop out and take out to the trash, you know? But what is this rooted fear, and how can we take this out in order to replace it with the way that we manifest the best. Our manifestation style allows us to have those things flowing to us. This is your manifestation style. I love human design, how it tells us our manifestation style. And you have a specific manifestation style. So if you grab your chart, so if you look at the very top, there's some arrows, right? And it's so confusing there's so many details in human design. And I always like to stay really practical about like, what's going to actually move us forward. Let's not get messy in the weeds. Let's actually do something that moves us forward. And so when you're looking at the human design chart straight on and you see the arrows, there's arrows on the left and there's arrows on the right. We're going to look at the arrows on the right and we're going to specifically look at the bottom right arrow. So there's 4 arrows, right? I'm starting on the left side, 1, 2. So top, bottom. And then we go to the right side, there's top, bottom. We're going to look at the bottom arrow and it's going to face either left or it's going to face right. And that's going to tell you your specific manifestation style. So if that arrow on the right side and the bottom is facing left, you're a specific manifester. If it's facing right, you're a non-specific manifester. So let me tell you what that means. Okay, so specific manifestors, you manifest with clarity and details. So really details matter to you. You're like surrounding yourself with details. The more details, the better. The more that you feel into this, the better. And so allow those details to help you manifest even more, get into the flow of things. It's all about this, like getting really clear and embracing the specifics, and don't question where it comes or like, don't get into I should manifest this. I should want a yacht. I should want whatever it is. Be free with your preferences, but get into the preferences, get into the details. Those really make a difference in how you manifest more. And so it's things like define your exact money goals. I want $15,000 a month. Or I want this experience. So let me tell you, Scott and I did I tell you guys? I don't know. I talk with friends and I Voxer people and I talk to you all and I don't remember who I've told what. But anyway, we really want to celebrate having all our kids graduate high school because that is a feat. Let's be honest. That is a real deal. And so I was thinking and I was like, we haven't gone to the beach in a while and I love the beach. So I want to go. So I was telling him, I'm like, hey, let's go to a beach somewhere. And he's like, yeah, sounds great. And so I was like, okay, I want to go to a cool beach that we've never been to. I'll take the Caribbean, I'll take Aruba, I'll take Hawaii, because even though we've been to Hawaii, we could go to another island. So I was telling one of my podcast friends about this, and she's like, oh yeah, I've traveled all over the place, all over. I've gone to every Hawaiian island. I've gone to Aruba. I've gone to the Caribbean. So she was telling me, she's like, if I were you, I would go to Kauai. Let me tell you why. She was like, literally Jurassic Park was filmed there. So they have these stunning green mountains. It's very jungly. She's like, it's a lot more chill. There's not like a lot of people. There is also fantastic beaches. Amazing. So you get this like more jungly vibe than Oahu, which is where we've been, but a lot more like unfiltered and serene places because it's not as crowded and busy. So here I was picturing Kauai and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love Hawaii so much. And we were thinking of going in the summers. For us in Dallas to go to Hawaii in the summer is fantastic because it feels so refreshing. There's no humidity, I feel like. It's just amazing. So anyway, I was like, that sounds amazing. So I was telling Scott about it and I was telling him and I was just picturing in my head and my feeling into it. I was like, and I need new branding pictures. So I was like, this would be perfect. And we loved Costa Rica because of the jungle part of it. It was a little humid because we did go in the summer, but what can you do? And so I was just feeling into it. Well, guess what? All this trip that I just kind of like felt like this would be cool to do is all falling into place. Literally, seriously, you guys, it is so cool. And so I'm so excited to see, we've been looking at some resorts. We've been looking at some different places to stay and when we would go, and it's all like falling into place. And that all from a feeling of, wouldn't it be fun to celebrate that we got all our kids through high school? That'd be so cool. So that's what I'm talking about. When we get specific, I want you to get really specific. I want you to feel into it. think about the resort that I want to go to, all the pools I want to have. Think about I want the ocean to be right there. I want the mountains to be right there, picturing it all. And so I wanted to ask you, when you're doing this, where are you with this goal? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? Write it down. Get into all those nuances and be really purposeful about exactly what you want, because the more details, the better. Now, non-specific manifestors, you're on this other side, okay? So when you're looking at your chart, that bottom right arrow, right? On this right side, bottom, if that is facing right, you're non-specific, okay? So that means the vibe is what creates the value for you. The vibe is the value. So let's go back to, okay, let me just tell you a little bit more. So tune into feelings of the dream, feelings of the goal, pointing in the right direction. What do you kind of want in those general things? So think about a picture, right? The picture might be kind of out of focus, and that's okay. That's what you want. You don't have to be like, oh yeah, that's a red house. It can be kind of like blurry, and you're going to get more clear on it as you go through the details. Not through the details, but through the journey, you know? And so let that be exactly how it supports your goals and your dreams, is in that awareness of that thing. So let's take this beach trip example. I could be like, oh yeah, Scott, I think we should go on a trip, you know? And we're going to go on the trips. And then I'm like, I think a beach would be great. I don't, it's in the US, it's out of state, wherever, or out of country, wherever, It definitely have to be out of state, because Texas beaches, now that I know what I know, I cannot go back. I mean, they're great. Let's be honest. It's fine. It's a beach still. So, but anyway, get into that space where you're feeling that you don't need to necessarily have the exact income stream. It's about the emotional frequency. Allow space for the surprise of the opportunity. Visual anchors will play into this because you really want to tap into the feeling. So I want to have you ask yourself, how do I want to feel about money with this goal? How do I want to feel about money with this energy and be immersed in the energy of it? Okay. I love like music because it gives me that vibe of the feeling that I want to get to. And I have certain playlists. So I've been getting into, let me tell you who I've been getting into lately. Probably just because I've had like no energy lately. Alex Warren, you guys know the Ordinary song? It's like this very uplifting, impactful song. You guys should check it out. And that's like has been giving me such great vibes lately. And so I've really been tapping into that. And so that's the similar feeling that you want to get into. You want to get in the vibe of that energy. You don't have to know exactly like specifics, and those specifics can drag you down. Okay. So I want you to use this mantra for both. Okay. I create wealth by trusting my design and aligning with my energy, not grinding harder. The grinding harder is the worst. The grinding harder is not going to get you that cash flow that you really, really want. So I want you to manifest your next cash flow breakthrough with peace and power. And if you're on Spotify, drop in the comments how you're feeling about this and tell me which one you are, and share these episodes out. It really helps these messages go farther. You can share to your stories, share and like and subscribe this, because these messages really allow this podcast to go farther and farther. And I so appreciate you're here. We couldn't be here without you. I just think about how magical it is that we get to chat each week and be a part of each other's lives. And I so appreciate you being here. All right, we'll talk to you in the next episode. Wasn't that so amazing? Oh my goodness, I came away with pages of notes and intentions that I've been feeling. And what I want you to do now is one thing, okay? I want you to either sit with the feeling that you've had during this episode. I want you to look at your notes, and I want you to focus in on that one thing that you can do going forward. As human beings, we get so inspired by inspiring podcasts and speakers, and then we forget to zone in on one thing. And so I want you to focus in on that one thing that you can do moving forward. I'm going to give you just a pause, because I like a pause, and a pause is easier to do with people. So I want you to pause and think of that one thing. Okay, The next thing I want you to do is I want you to write that one thing down, because as human beings, we always forget. I always forget too. And so I want you to write that thing down, either put it in the notes on your phone, put it on a sticky that you'll see different places. I want you to have that so you can go back to and reflect over and over again, because these episodes aren't just for you to inspire you in the moment. They're to inspire your actions going forward in the next moments, and I'm here to back you up. And I'm so grateful you're here. One thing I would love for you to do, as we get these messages out more and more, the thing that can help this podcast, and it can help me out so much, is for you to go like and subscribe and share these episodes. It's so easy. It just takes a second, but it helps other people to find these episodes. It helps the podcast to get out there, and I so appreciate it. So if you